guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 123 of the Everton Save. Our bid basically at this point for world domination with the club. And today we have a massive episode. It could essentially be the last episode that matters, because we have to go and host Benfica in the Champions League, the quarterfinal second leg, looking to overturn not just a horrible performance, but a 2-1 defeat in Lisbon. Yeah, so we have to win that one and ideally score some goals. And then we're going to go to Burnley, and there is a chance, a very big chance, that if we were to win the game, that we would be crowned champions. If you have a quick refresher of the league table, you can see we're 10 points clear of Liverpool. We are, 11 points clear of City, albeit they have a game in hand. So if they were to drop any point between now and the end of this episode, and we were to beat Burnley, we would obviously be more than 9 points clear with 3 games to go, which would make us champions. Our goal difference is massively in our favour as well. +9 on Liverpool, plus, 13 on Manchester City. So it's looking good. But the big thing, and first up here, is we've got to go to Benfica and we've got to try and get a big result. Now, one bit of injury news since last episode. Ademola Lookman, he's torn a calf muscle, 2 to 4 months. He's had a wonderful season. He really has. If we go and have a look at what he's done here, 19 starts, 15 goals, 17 goals this season with 6 assists. He's been wonderful. He has gone off the boil just a little bit lately. You can see there, we probably can't behind my head, his last 5 games, his average rating is 6.62. Actually, if I go to reports, is it form? I think we'll show that. We can see that he's just recently his form has tailed off, but it's been a really good season for him. We've kind of stopped using him, to be honest, so it's not the worst thing that could have happened, but it's a shame because he was having his best year of his career, without a doubt. Now, let's have a look what we're up against here against Benfica. We are the favourites, though they are in the better form. And this is not going to be easy. They're a Renato Gaucho coach team. Now, you will remember him from Manchester City. I figured that out before we played them in the first leg. Attacking, direct style. If you look at the analysis report here, this is what they did against us last time. So that's how they played. Positional heat map, we can see there. It's nothing particularly special. Passing network. This is what I've noticed. They like to pass out from the centre-backs. Not from the goalkeeper, but the centre-backs and sort of, I'm assuming that's their winger, passed into midfield. So we're going to make some changes to the way we're playing to try and prevent that from happening. This is the team we're sending out, so, all hail, hopefully, the heroes. It's Lafont in goal, it's Verstraete, Stark, Felipe and Militao as the back four, Black and Canente in midfield, Bouvier, Havertz and Richarlison with Schweinsteiger up top. Now, the reason we're playing, I don't like usually playing a number 10 if we're up against a number 10, but if they're going to try and pass it out from the back, I wonder if we should almost be playing a pressing forward. Put pressure on their defence. So we'll do that with Schweinsteiger, and Havertz is in there as well, just to try and block off the passages to pass into midfield. That's the plan. We're going to be pressing them higher up the pitch as well, again, to try and stop them from playing out from the back. Everything else there, we're going to counter-press. Everything else there is pretty much as you would expect it to be. This is huge. We put ourselves in a position where we're under massive pressure, and we don't want to crash out of Europe yet. I mean, we don't want to crash out of Europe at all, but especially not in the quarterfinals to a team we really should be beating in Benfica, shouldn't we? Klung says go out there, prove a point today. If you play your game, you'll win. You are very capable of that. You should be winning fairly comfortably. I don't think I want to say that to him. Do we want to go for revenge, maybe? All right, let's do that. Let's revenge that first leg defeat, and let's get out there and just smash them to pieces. Now, you might notice there is a unfamiliar name on the bench. It is Stuart Webber's £45 million deadline day signing, Miguel. We were able to register him in the Champions League squad. I just figure we'll just give him a game. You never know your luck. He might come on, make an amazing debut, and score the all-important goal for us. So he's on the bench. We'll see what happens there. Here we go with a corner. Canente is there. It's punched away. And are we going to get caught out here? They are getting men forward very quickly. That's a horrible pass through. Verstraete picks that up. Oh, and he just gives it away again. Verstraete, mate, calm it down. We do have the tempo up a little bit. I'm wondering... Oh, we cannot afford an away goal. I'm wondering, having seen that pass from Verstraete, if maybe we don't want that tempo up quite so high. That looked a little bit like a rushed pass, didn't it? 1-0... is good enough for us. Not even in theory. 1-0 is good enough for us, but I don't want to sit and bear through a 1-0. What we don't want to be in a position is that so we're at somewhere where a late goal Stark it's all right. It was a good header. I'll take it back. I'll shut my mouth. Where a late goal can sort of break our hearts. There's a good ball. Oh, Schweinsteiger misses. He's not as good with his head as he is with his feet, and that just showed it there, didn't it? It was a really, really good opportunity for him, and he's missed it. Havertz back. I don't like he's on a booking. Here we go with Canente. Canente! Oh, he's due a goal. This is, I mean, it's promising. We're looking a lot better than we did in the first leg, but we haven't put the ball in the back of the net as of yet. Highlight's going to continue. We haven't really challenged for that either, which is not great. This is the guy that destroyed us in the first leg. Verstraete's there, heads it clear. Canente, can we hit them on the break ourselves? Canente, got to be quicker than that, mate. Oh, it's not a good pass. Schweinsteiger gets it, though. For Richarlison, can he get across into the box? He can. Back post, it's there. Bouvier! He just keeps scoring when we play him. Adrien Bouvier, 8th goal of the year. A wonderful cross from Richarlison. And as things stand, we are going through to the semi-finals. But we don't want to rest on laurels just yet, because, as I said, 1 goal cancels out that away goal, and obviously would mean we need to score 3 to get past them, and we don't want to be in that position. We want to score 3 anyway, I think, just to be safe. But yeah, come on, boys, can we win that header, please? Stark's there, of course. Stark can win the header. We can win anything. Here we go, Richarlison again. Is he going to have one of his wonderful days? Oh, it's there. Schweinsteiger doesn't miss with his feet. I just said he's good with his feet, and there it is. There it is. It's 2-0 quick-fire goals. 14th of the season for Michael Schweinsteiger, and another assist. Another assist for Richarlison this game. I think we might have found Richarlison on a good day. And when Richarlison's on a good day, God help the opposition. That's a stunning ball, and Schweinsteiger, first time finish as well. We'll demand a little bit more. We don't want to rest on our laurels just yet, as I said, because an away goal here, I mean, it ties it up now. Callum Black's there. He's hacked the player and the ball there, but it's fallen for Schweinsteiger. Here we go. He's on the run again. He can beat anybody for pace. It's back post for Bouvier. It's back post for Bouvier. Oh, he's off the post. It's still there. Oh, and he's tapped in his own rebound, and we are suddenly on fire. It's 3-0, and this is what we like to see. This is Everton at our very, very best. Oh, we're looking so much better now, aren't we? I'd like to think that actually paying a little bit closer attention, or having the information that the defender should have done better there and cleared that. Being able to see how they would, how the sort of their passing network. It's the first time I've ever looked at a passing network and actually said, oh, I can see what they're trying to do there. Hopefully, in stopping that, it's making all the difference here. We've gone again early for Schweinsteiger. If we score again, it could be a rout. It's a penalty, is it? Is it a penalty? Is it a penalty? It was a lungy tackle. He was about to pull it back. He is given a penalty. It's going to be Bouvier for the hat-trick. Bouvier for the hat-trick, and he roots the penalty, and it is 4-0, 37 minutes in. And I'm feeling a lot better about life now, let me tell you. I lost sleep over that first leg because we were truly horrible. But we've come back here. We've had a look at how they were playing. We've got a good game plan, and we have absolutely put it to the plan absolutely perfectly. The fact that Havertz is on a booking, I'm thinking we might bring Blažić on for the second half. We don't lose much, if anything, in making that change. So, and Havertz isn't having his greatest day in any case. So we might make that. What we do want to say here is, do not get complacent, boys. Whatever you do, and what are we? We're 3 goals up. So you'd like to think we're safe, but you just never know what can happen. So we'll make that change in there. We'll get the booking off the field. It's essentially like for like without losing too much. And we'll just get back out there. I don't see a sense in changing anything, to be honest. There is sort of the temptation really to take out the number 10, but the number 10, it's almost a defensive position in a strange sort of way, just making sure that they can't pass out of the back like they've wanted to. And we've seen it so far so good that it really appears to be working, because they're struggling for highlights, they're struggling for possession. Ideally, we don't want to give them a way back into this game, though, boys. Come on, Canete with a crunching tackle. It's ended up just serving as a bit of a through ball, though, unfortunately. Can we get a block in here? Oh, we've left a man, and they have found a way back into this game. It is 5-3 on aggregate, 4-1 on the night, and this is what I was worried about. It's not dead just yet. What we might look to do is we might just drop these fullbacks. Arguably, we should have done that a lot sooner, but we don't need them bombing on. Stark just left his man, didn't he? He just got sucked into the ball. It wasn't what was required. Obviously, you wouldn't expect Verstraete having to come and leave his man. He was doing the right thing. Stark has just been caught ball watching there ever so slightly. Lafont's not having a great game in goal, and I'm just getting a little bit worried here all of a sudden. Stark heads it down there for Bouvier. Go on, Bouvier. Can he get 4 in a Champions League game? Can he get 4? It's a good ball. It's Richarlison. He deserves a goal, and he gets a goal. 5th goal of the year for him. He's had a quiet season this year, Richarlison. But what he's done there is put us into the semi-finals. It's 5-1 in a quarter-final. This is absolutely sensational. What do I say? I'm going to say concentrate. It should be fine now. There's still, 25 minutes to go. Plus stoppage is a good finish from Richarlison, isn't it? It's a really, really good finish. Oh, that is good. That is really, really good. And was it offside? Oh, it didn't. I mean, we couldn't really see, could we? He is... Is that him there? No, he's over on the far side. We couldn't really see. We're just going to assume he was onside. But Strate's picked up a knock. That's not what we want. Let's get him off. Let's get Gustavo on. Tight hamstring. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're pretty much like for like anyway. So we don't lose too much, if anything, in having Luis Gonzalez. What's his name? Luis Gustavo on the field. Callum Black's lumped one forward there. It's not the best pass we've seen, but can we make something of it? Putting pressure on, put pressure on. Oh, unlucky. Can we win that? Richarlison's there, brings it down on the chest. If every player, that's all I want my players to do, on the chest when you have time. It's Bouvier! Oh! He'll be I tell you what, he won't be happy with that. He was offside anyway, but he had a really good chance there, and he just scuffed the shot. Turns out it wouldn't matter because he was offside in any case, but there we go. We'll give them some praise. We go from the corner. Can we dare dream of 6 goals in a home leg? Bouvier! Oh, Bouvier! 11th goal of the season, 4th of the game. It's 6-1 on the night, 7-3 on aggregate. And that is definitely now job done. No team, not even my Bali United team, or maybe they could throw this away. They can throw anything away, but no normal team would throw this away, surely. Excellent stuff. I tell you what we want to do. We want to give this Medina a run out, don't we? Let's see exactly what we've got in him. Can he play as a pressing forward? Yes, he can. And Bouvier playing a 10. That is impressive. 4 goals and an assist. Are we going to see any? I should have taken Medina or brought Medina on sooner. That was silly, wasn't it? But there we go. What were we worried about? Absolutely nothing in the end because we've destroyed what was a decent enough Benfica team. It's going to have to be don't get complacent here though, boys. We've got a game with Burnley where we can win the league. So there we go. Everton win in the Champions League quarter-final. Verstraete, that's fine. He's only out for a day or two. Medina makes his debut, albeit belatedly and from the bench. More money in the bank. That just goes towards the Stuart Webber retirement fund, doesn't it? What a game that was from Bouvier. To think, I wasn't sure whether we picked him or whether we went with Richarlison. He's only got finishing of 8. I tell you what, if that's finishing of 8, I'd love to see finishing of 18, because that was really, really impressive stuff from our youngster there. Is he still a youngster? How old's Bouvier these days? 21. He's still a youngster. And Schweinsteiger, he's not going anywhere because he's an absolute god. Guys, wait right there. First of all, we're going to have a Champions League quarter-final draw. But then we have a chance to win the league at Burnley. Okay, welcome back. It is time to find out who we are going to get in this Champions League semi-final. Now, it's all England, isn't it? Behind my head here, it's Arsenal and Liverpool, ourselves, and Paris Saint-Germain. I never liked playing a domestic team in Europe, but I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. We'd probably prefer Arsenal of them all, wouldn't we? Are we going to get Liverpool? Is it a Merseyside derby, a semi-final? Yes, it is. We are going to face them again. It's us versus them for the league title, and now only one of us can make the Champions League final. And that just makes it a little bit more high pressure, doesn't it? So there we go. That's something to look forward to. Probably next episode, if I'm not mistaken. But right now we have a league title to try and win. Let's see what we're doing against Burnley. And here we go. So we are going to Burnley. We are the favourites for this one. We are in inconsistent form at Burnley. You remember early on in the year, I think that we got a draw out of them at Goodison. They were a really, really good team at the time. But unfortunately, they've really, really dropped away, which is a shame. It would have been really nice. I have a soft spot for Burnley. It would have been really, really nice for them to have kicked on and maybe got into Europe. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen now, but we can't be worried about that. If we win, we will officially see off Liverpool. Liverpool are playing the same time as us at home to Wolves. Now, tomorrow, this is the Saturday, the Sunday, it is the Manchester derby at Old Trafford. So if we were to win, we'll come back and we'll see what happens at Old Trafford. Because if Manchester City were to drop points, then we would officially be champions. But we have to do our job first and win this game. Now we're up against, as I said, a Stahl, Solbach and managed team. They're a balanced, standard playing style. We have a look at the analysis report. We are expecting him to come out in the 4-4-2 with Sank the Tank. I haven't seen him for a while. What's he doing these days? Not much is the answer, isn't it? He's got 10 goals this season, so he's not the worst. But what's he done since we sold him? Did he go? Did we? No, we sold him to Burnley. So he's been a little bit all over the shop, scoring goals wherever he went. But I remember the first game, I think, wasn't it? Our first game in charge, Sank the Tank. What a player he looked like he was going to be, and then quickly tailed off. So we can see there, quite narrow passing network and the key passes there as well. And this is the team we're sending out. Now, we do have some match-fatigued players. So it's maybe a little bit not the team we would want. I just see on the bench there, we probably don't want Havertz because he is also match-fatigued, as is Canente. So let's put Callum Black in there for him. All right, so it is Lafont in goal. It is Turpey, Taylor, and Div Dogs. The three defenders named after you guys. They're going to hopefully get the job done for us here. Adams goes down the right, Gustavo down the left. It's Zamora and Sergio Gomez, in midfield. Vladic in behind Hampson and Schweinsteiger. Let's go win a league title. We do have Owen Manning on the bench as well, who's been training the house down and developing really, really nicely. I'll try and remember to show you his attributes when we get into the game here. Kung says, we're on a good run lately, go out there and impress me. That seems to be working fine. So some calm, we have faith. And let's get out there. I'm going to remember to show you Owen Manning's attributes. I just had, if I look a bit off, I just had like a sneezing fit. And my wife's been really sick with like a coldy flu thing, and I've just got that horrible feeling that, oh, it's coming my way. So there we can see Manning's attributes there. That free kick is just over the bar. He's coming along really, really well. So I do want to try and give him some game time here if we can. He's really, really coming along, isn't he? So if there's some time off of the channel in the next few days, you'll know why. You heard it here first. I have a horrible feeling I'm about to get terribly, terribly ill. Come on, boys. Let's show some passion here. We do want to try and win the game, don't we? Even if we don't do it this weekend, if City manage to beat United, we want to be putting ourselves in this position where next episode we come back, we go to Arsenal, I think, or we host Arsenal, but we play Arsenal anyway. Here we go, Tyler Adams. Can we get there? Gustavo's attacking it nicely. Zamora in for Vladic. Vladic, nice ball for Schweinsteiger. It's a block shot. It's full. Oh, it's a penalty. It looked like he had whoever that was, it would have been Hampson, had his legs taken from under him there. Vladic, though, continues as Schweinsteiger chests it down. It's still there, is it? It's going to be a penalty. They should have given a penalty a little bit earlier than that. It's Ezra Konsa, Aston Villa legend, of course. Here we go with Vladic. There it is, as things stand. We're not quite champions yet, because we need to wait and see what happens in the mansion. Who's got red boots? Schweinsteiger certainly earned his red boots. Who's the other guy there with red boots? Is it Tyler Adams? You have not earned red boots, mate. I'll give you the tip. He thinks he gets to the Premier League and wear whatever he wants. You can't, mate. You're an average utility player. You shouldn't be wearing red boots. Stick to black. Alright. Here we go. What can we do here? Nervous looking Stuart Taylor. We've seen that from him recently, haven't we? He's unhappy at me because Weber didn't offer him a contract. I get the blame for it. But that's just, the pros and cons of working with Weber. The pros are you get summers off. The cons are pretty much everything else. What do we want to say to this? We weren't particularly good, were we? Things are going well. You're capable of better. Let's go down and see what we can do here. Not happy with you. Not happy with you. Oh, come on, Mr. Turpey. You're better than that, mate. You're better than a 6-7. I have faith in you. Fullbacks haven't been spectacular either, have they? I mean, really, the team as a whole hasn't been spectacular. We scored one goal from a penalty, so we can't be too happy with it. Lafont's been relatively good in goal, hasn't he? He hasn't done anything silly, which is always nice. And we'll get back out there. It's increasingly looking as though we might look to bring Owen Manning on to see if he can spark us into some life. Gustavo for Zamora. What's he got for us? Vladic. He always looks good. He always looks a threat, Vladic. Sometimes he just runs into an opposition player and gives the ball away. But he's always running. Come on, boys. Let's demand more, please. Come on. Let's get this second goal and just start and wrap this thing up. Yellow card for Adams, which isn't ideal, given he's a more defensively minded player. There you go again, Vladic. Just got nicked away. Turpey's done really well. Read that like a book. But unfortunately, has just let himself down a little bit, hacking it clear to nobody. But he cut out the initial pass, and that was, I guess, the main danger there. Here we go again. Can we win that? We can't. I think it's outside the box. We're going to have another look. We're having another one of these games now where everything goes to VAR. I'm a little bit concerned that the Burnley player is currently standing a good yard inside the penalty area. So it may well be we find ourselves with another penalty at that end of the field. What's going to happen here? It is outside the box. Lucky there, Mr. Gustavo. Come on. We're better than this. Let's see what we do from the free kick. It's a decent one. It's off the post, is it? And it's behind for a corner. And we might just need to concentrate here, boys. I'm wondering if we maybe let's lower this tempo down. Let's take it off, exploit the flanks as well. Wait, there we go. Gomez has done well. He's kept possession. He lumps it forward. No, there's no one there. I tell you what we might do, though, is we might just look to... We don't really have any ball-playing centre-backs anyway, so we might just look to distribute it out to the wings and see if that helps us at all. We're under a little bit of pressure this second half, aren't we? I'm tempted. Sank the tank. You almost know he's going to come and score, don't you? Lafont punches clear. Can Adams get to that? He can. He's done really, really well there. All right. Come on, mate. Show us what you've got. You and your red boots. Come on. Come on, Adams. What's he got? Oh, there it is. He's earned his red boots now. There it is. It's Schweinsteiger with a good scissor kick. High volley finish. And it's 2-0. And Tyler Adams, red boot to red boot. Excellent stuff. What Tyler Adams. That is a Weber signing at its finest there. Look at this. Let's have a look at this. Hey! I think it was supposed to be a nutmeg. And look at that finish. I tell you what. I'd pull a hamstring if I tried to get my leg that high. Oh, I am definitely getting sick. Oh, that really sucks. Here we go. Yeah, it's all everybody's onside. Maybe there was a question mark over. I'm assuming that would have been Hampson. But there was never a doubt, I don't think, that Schweinsteiger was onside. We are going to look to bring on Owen Manning now. We might bring him on in place of Vlasic, who hasn't had a stellar day, to be honest. And let's bring Tom Davies on as well for Gomez, who again hasn't had a classic game. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's see this out now, please. Let's see it out. I haven't seen a score come through from the Liverpool game, but it doesn't matter what they do. As long as we were to win, it really didn't matter. Ball into the box. It's a decent one. And are we going to find ourselves on the break here? We've not really attacked that once the first ball is cleared. Oh, Tyler Adams is there. Reads it like a book. And is this highlight going to continue for us? Lafont for Stuart Taylor. Out for Mr. Turpie. What have you got for us, Gary? Lumps it forward again. Schweinsteiger's onto that, though. That's a long ball. That's not a long pass. That's not a lump forward. It's there for Hampson. Hampson brings it down nicely. Back in. Oh, it's Manning. It's Schweinsteiger. And Schweinsteiger wraps it up. 3 goals, 3 points, 16th goal of the year season for him. An assist for Owen Manning, which is nice to see. And job done effectively. 83rd minute. There's no coming back from this. Schweinsteiger got the initial cross into the box. I thought Hampson was going to... I just couldn't quite find anything. Manning... I think he was shooting, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. He was shooting, it came off the defender and went out to Schweinsteiger, and he made no mistake. It was never a doubt of offside there. So there we go. Again from a corner. Zamora, it's headed away. Hampson's going to retrieve it. Back to Zamora. Thinks in a second cross. Again, it's headed clear. Davies for Zamora again. This is good pressure. Davies spreads it out there for Turpie. Shoot, mate. Have it. No, he's sensible. He goes out for Owen Manning. What's Owen Manning going to do? Takes on his man. And it goes out for another corner. But it looks like that is the end of that highlight. But that doesn't matter now because there it is. We're overtime. We are about to... Well, we're not quite crowned champions yet. We aren't quite crowned champions yet. That sees off Liverpool, though. It comes down to Manchester City now. If they drop a single point the rest of the season, and if we don't lose every single game, we have won. I'm very happy with that, boys. Very happy. Everton see off brave Burnley. It's a little bit of revenge for that those drop points earlier in the year as well. So really, really happy with that. Schweinsteiger's hit some goal-scoring form at just about the right time of the season. Guys, before we end the episode, we're going to see if we're crowned champions. Wait right there. Let's all put on our Manchester United supporters gear if we have any. We don't have any. Just, I don't know. Let's go Manchester United. Absolute scenes here outside Tim Cahill Park as the final whistle sounds at Old Trafford with the Manchester clubs fighting out a scoreless draw. That result, of course, crowns Everton champions for a third successive season, a truly magnificent achievement. Back to you in the studio. Hooray! There we go. Third time in a row. We've won the Premier League title. It was a 0-0 draw in the Manchester derby. You can see it right there. An absolute snooze fest that I loved every second of. So there we go. That does it. A true legend. Am I actually a legend of the club now? Does that mean we can build a stadium and call it the Aussie Villain Arena? I really want somebody in FM19 before it goes to name their stadium the Aussie Villain Arena. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But there we go. Third year in a row. Excellent stuff. And that means we can put the league to one side for a little while and concentrate on the Champions League. So we'll be back next time for a two-legged affair against Liverpool in the Champions League semi-final. Can we get back to the final and finally win the European trophy for a second time? We have underachieved in Europe, and I really want to do it before we end here. So that's all for today, guys. If you have enjoyed that, do make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. That was pretty successful. 9 goals that episode. Get in, boys. Back to our best. Anyway, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time for a Merseyside derby in the Champions League semi-final. Take care.